Okay, how about now? Can you hear me now, Facebook and YouTube? Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me now? Technical difficulties here. Yeah, on Facebook there's no sound. How about now? Better, yes. Okay. You can tell it's been a while since I've been on live on YouTube or Facebook. But everything's working now. I forgot to turn on my mic. So here we are. Everything's working. Give me a thumbs up. Hashtag yes, I hear you. Tell me in the comments that everything is working, everything is copacetic so we can get this going. Because I want to give you guys some great information, connect with you all, tell you what's going on with me, with the Healing Tribe, different things that I'm planning to do that may or may not involve you. It's up to you. But I have a lot of things that I want to discuss, and I just want to make sure that we can all hear each other. I can see you. I can see the comments. TikTok, how are you? I see all the people on TikTok as well. Awesome. All right, cool. YouTube, yes, YouTube. Karen, I see you. All right, cool. Awesome. So, before I start, tell me where you are tuning in from. Tell me where in the comments you are tuning in from. The exact location you are in this world. I want to know where everyone's tuning in from. Like I said, I'm live streaming in 3 different places. So I want to put down in the comments and let me know exactly where you are in the world. I also want to know where people are tuning in from. So I could Mesa, Arizona. Yep, Arizona in the house. California, Houston, Texas. All right. Kyle, Texas, Colorado. I see you. I see you. North Carolina, West Virginia. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Phoenix, Arizona. Ooh, Phoenix, Arizona. We will be there soon. Wilmington, Delaware. Awesome. All right. All right. Wendy, I see you. London. Ooh, Azure Peace from TikTok in London. How are you, beloved? Good to see you. Indiana. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. Keep those places coming. I definitely want to know where you guys are tuning in from. So, welcome to my channel. Welcome to the Healing Tribe. Welcome to me. If you don't know me already, my name is Jay Chantalangsi. I am a certified emotion code energy medicine practitioner, holistic wellness coach, self-care specialist. I help people with their healing journeys, how to start, what to do, how to implement self-care to help them with their healing journey. A lot of people ask me, how do we start to heal? What can I do? And my number one answer is you have to start with self-care. All right. And because of all that, I've also created, along with many, many, many other beautiful individuals, what we call the Healing Tribe. So hashtag Healing Tribe if you are part of it already. Hashtag Healing Tribe. I want to see all the hashtag Healing Tribes in here. I know a lot of you are in here already. So hashtag Healing Tribe if you've been with me since day one. The day oneers. Where you at? Let me see. Hashtag Healing Tribe. And I'll get into the story about how that all came about, because it's a beautiful story, and we're gonna create some more impact, create the ripple effect of healing, have more people join in our tribe, our soul tribe, our healing tribe. All right, hashtag Healing Tribe. Yeah, look at that. OG in the house. Okay, yeah. I mean, everyone in the Healing Tribe Facebook group is definitely putting the hashtag, but I want to see some here on YouTube and TikTok. Yep, a lot of people on TikTok are hashtag Healing Tribe. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for the gifts as well. Okay, cool. So, the Healing Tribe. Let's get into the story about how we created the Healing Tribe. And I didn't do this alone. It was a group effort with a lot of beautiful uh, human beings and individuals and souls, and we came together for one specific purpose, and that was to help each other in our healing journeys, right? So, how it all started, and some of you already heard this story, some of you have been, directly a part of it, but those who haven't been directly a part of the healing tribe, let me tell you the story, and then we can go on to some more things that I want to talk about. So, it was about 2000, it was not about, it was 2019, about the same time, around the same time, around June, the beginning of summer, that I started, to go live a lot, especially on TikTok. And um, I was doing live emotion code energy healing sessions for people. And it was a Sunday afternoon. I remember, like, I think it was around 3 or 4 o'clock. I decided to go live and just connect with people, right? I love connecting with people. I love listening to people's stories. I help when I can, give advice if I can. But that day was a normal day, beautiful sunny day like today. And I went live, on TikTok, and I started to talk about my own healing journey, what I did for myself to get started on my own healing journey. And my healing journey started like 10 years ago. And it continues on till today. Okay. So it's been a long time for my healing journey, but I started to share some things about my own personal story on how I started, this journey. It started with self-improvement. It started with some of the things that I needed to work on, that I became aware of, my behaviors, my negative thought patterns, right? um, a lot of negative patterns that I was, displaying. So I just started to talk about that on TikTok Live, and I think it was about like 100 or so people that were on live that day, and I guess it hit a chord. It was a very intriguing topic for, you know the audience at the time, and people started to ask me, what did you do to start healing? What did you do to start with your journey? Right. And I started to talk about my own process, what I did to develop, um, you know, this self care routine that helped and assisted with understanding myself, creating more awareness for myself, expanding my emotional intelligence, being able to recognize some negative patterns, some negative behaviors, um, being aware of my anger issue, right? A lot of my inner child trauma stuff that came up. So all of that was due to, the self care that I implemented for myself, and the routine that I created for myself, which helped me with my healing journey. Because I truly believe that self care is a direct path to healing. All right. The number one question that I get all the time on any platform: how do you start to heal? What can I do to start healing? I want to heal, right? A lot of people are already in that stage of, I want to heal. I want to get better. I want to feel better. I want to be happy. I want to do things for myself. I don't want to be sad anymore. I want to get over my relationship. But the number one thing is, how do I start? What do I do? All right. So I started to talk about my own personal journey and what I did. And what I did was I started with self care. And initially, I didn't know what self care was. I had no idea. Most of us don't know what self care is. Right? Most of us think like, oh, we're gonna go to the massage parlor. We're gonna go to, get our nails and hair done, and we're gonna go shopping. We're gonna buy us something nice. We're gonna, sit and relax. On the weekends only, to just be within ourselves, right? Not to take away from self care. That is a form of self care, but self care is a daily practice, right? And that's what I had to learn for myself, because you have to continue to choose every single day yourself first in order to begin this beautiful journey of healing, right? Most of us, because we want to heal, the reason why we want to heal is because we've hit a wall. We've hit rock bottom. Our bodies can't handle it anymore. Our minds can't handle it anymore. We're tired. We're exhausted, right? We're mentally, physically drained all the time. We're getting in the same arguments with the same people. We're unhappy. We're not motivated. We're just at this stagnant place in our lives, right? And unfortunately, when we get to this place and we can't take it anymore, something needs to change. And then we start to grow this want, this need, this innate feeling that we need to do something, that our lives cannot continue to go on this way. Right? And let me tell you, your birthright is to be happy and abundant and healthy and loving and experience all the wonderful things in the world. Okay, that's your birthright. You were born for that. All right, but most of us, we carry a lot of trauma, we carry a lot of suffering, a lot of emotional baggage, a lot of past experiences that anchor us down so that we can't so that it doesn't allow us to be open and free and to be able to do the things that we want, because we're so attached to this suffering, right? So I started talking a lot about that in this live, my own personal experiences, how I got started with self-care, what it did for me personally, and my healing journey, the things that I became aware of, the things that I started to heal from, the things that I started to realize, had epiphanies about, right? And this is all just spending a little bit of time on yours truly, on yourself, right? So as I was talking about that, a lot of people on the TikTok live, back to how this healing tribe all started, they started asking the question, okay, so what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do for self-care then, if that's the answer? Right? So I don't know how many times people kept asking me that on this live in 2019. So you know, I decided right then and there, on that live, right then and there, I decided, you know what? If a lot of people are asking, let's create something so that we can all learn together. We can all do this together, right? So in that live, very impromptu, I decided, let's do a 30-day self-care challenge, right? And that's how the self-care challenge was formed. And within the self-care challenge, that's how the healing tribe formed, right? That's how the healing tribe was created. So after that initial live on that beautiful Sunday afternoon in 2019, I then took 1 week to create the curriculum for the self-care challenge, right? And it was very, very, straightforward, right? So I created a 30-day self-care challenge where I, gave you the template to do self-care every single day with me for 30 consecutive days, right? I gave you the time, I gave you where to tune in to do it with me. I gave you all the prompts. We did all the activities together, collectively, on TikTok live for 30 consecutive days, right? And consecutive means every single day, even on the weekends. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? Every day. So we did that for every day. And my hope was that if we can all do it together, it can inspire and motivate everyone to continue to understand how important self-care is to the path of healing. All right. Like I said, self-care is the direct path to healing. So we have to start to implement self-care before we can begin to heal, right? We have to give ourselves the time of day, the attention, the love, the forgiveness, the compassion, the empathy, all of that. We have to give it to ourselves first, then we can start to experience the healing that we need, right? So that's why I created the self-care challenge. And within that self-care challenge, I think I had about like 100 people sign up. And it was all free, right? I didn't ask for anything. I think just the emails I can send the template. But we met at 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It was either 5 a.m. or 5:30 a.m., right? 5 or 5:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I would turn on my phone, go on live on TikTok, and then a whole bunch of people would come on, and then I would do the self-care activities with you live. So after everyone received all the information, we would do it together because it had, they had the template. And the template I created was about six different activities that we could do within 15 minutes. Okay? Because I wanted to address a lot of misconceptions about self-care. A lot of people didn't have, had these misconceptions about self-care. So I want to dispel all of that because I wanted to make it easy, effective, and I wanted to, destroy all of the, different, what word am I looking for? All of the different, I'm drawing a blank, guys. Let me see here. Excuses. All of the excuses about self-care, right? And let me just name a few of the excuses. I don't have time. I don't know how to do it. Uh, I don't know what to do for self-care. I don't know what it is, right? So these are all some of the issues about that people were telling me about self-care. So I gave you the whole template. I gave you what to do, how to do it, how long you're supposed to do it, when you're supposed to do it, and I'm even going to do it with you. Right? So there was no excuses left in the book like I can't do it, right? The only way that you couldn't do it is if you didn't show up. That was the only way. The only way that you could not benefit from this self-care challenge or being in the healing tribe is if you didn't show up. And that's something that I couldn't control as a coach or a mentor, providing this challenge. That's all you had to do. I gave you the template. I gave you the activities. I'm going to do it with you so you don't feel alone in it. And we're going to do it together so we can both experience all the benefits. Okay. So that was a self-care challenge. And within the self-care challenge, I think halfway through, we started to talk about creating this tribe, this wonderful, amazing tribe. And we had different names. And then we then agreed upon the name, the Healing Tribe, because everyone was healing, right? Everyone was experiencing amazing things. Everyone was having epiphanies. Everybody was like expressing their feelings and opening up. People were connecting with each other. People were talking about some of the situations that they were in. People were sharing their breakthroughs. It was beautiful. It was so beautiful. And as a guide, it just made my heart so it was like blowing up every single day. Right? Because everyone was just so open and free and caring and brave and courageous and loving, and very supportive of each other in this challenge. It was wonderful. It was so wonderful. And a lot of the people that joined, they came from all types of backgrounds, all over the world. And it was crazy. And I want to point this out. After the first 30 days self-care challenge was done, I started to ask some of the participants, some of the Healing Tribe members, like, um, what did you think about it? Why did you even join? How did you even find me, right? And I'm gonna tell you, this is all divinely guided. I don't believe in coincidences, right? But I would say 75% of the members that joined the first self-care challenge, their story of how they came across my TikTok sounded like this. It sounded like, oh, I was strolling through TikTok one day, and then I saw one of your videos, and then you happened to go on live. And then when I clicked the live, you were talking about healing and self-care, and then you said you're gonna do this self-care challenge, and now here we are, right? And I was in a very dark place, and your challenge and you showing up on my For You page came at the right time, right? Hashtag me if that was your story, OG Healing Tribe members. Hashtag me or give me a thumbs, a hands up emoji if that was you. Give me a hands up emoji. That was my story. That's how I joined the first self-care challenge. Yeah. Hashtag. Yeah. Everyone's putting up their hands. Yeah. It was incredible, right? It was incredible that there was a alignment happening, and the frequency was being broadcasted, that I happened to come up with this self-care challenge on the fly on TikTok live this one special day in 2019, and then everyone flooded in to participate. And 75% of the participants had the same similar story. They were reaching a point in their lives where it was very dark, it was very stressful. They needed something to help them heal, to help them start this beautiful path and journey of healing. And then they came across the self-care challenge. And then they became a part of the Healing Tribe. And now we have many, many people that are part of the Healing Tribe, right? Because after that first self-care challenge, we had multiple other challenges after that. We had a 60-day challenge. We had another 31-day challenge. It was incredible, right? So, and a lot of you that joined the first self-care challenge or are in the Healing Tribe, you guys have even connected with one another. You supported one another. You were there for each other when things were going, hard for some of you. I remember one of our beloved Healing Tribe members. We raised money for her daughter for her 5th birthday because she was struggling financially, and we just said, okay, we have to do something. Okay, baby girl needs to have a 5th or 6th birthday party, so let's help her. And people donated money. We sent her Cash App. She was overjoyed. It was amazing. It was beautiful how we can all come together and support one another, right? And that's only one situation. We had multiple situations of how this Healing Tribe has impacted people and have helped people that they've never even met physically. We've only met and known each other from TikTok or Facebook or YouTube or through my content, right? We've never physically met. I've only met a handful of you Healing Tribe members. And I hope that I get to meet everyone, every Healing Tribe member. I hope I get to meet you in person one of these days, sooner or later, right? It's going to happen. I'm already manifesting. It's going to happen. We're going to have like a big party. We're going to have a big meetup or something, or come together for a retreat. And then we're all going to embrace and break bread and just bask in the beautiful healing ambiance of each other's embrace. All right. Okay. So, but yeah, it was a beautiful, beautiful thing, right? How people can come together and support each other. And I believe, because this is what a lot of the Healing Tribe members told me, that that was what they needed in their life, in their lives at the time. I don't know how many emails and comments that I got from Healing Tribe members that said, the Healing Tribe, you and the self-care challenge literally saved my life. Amazing, right? Amazing that something as simple as this, as going live on TikTok or creating this 30-day challenge on the fly, can save someone's life because they were going through such a dark time, such an uncertain time, a season in their life where they felt like they didn't have hope. Things were crumbling. They were hitting rock bottom. They were going through a lot of physical pain, mental anguish, emotional and physical and mental and spiritual, like, ailments. But yet we found each other. We connected with one another. We created the Healing Tribe, went through the challenge, and now we're connected. We shared many, many special moments together. And I'm so grateful. And I'm so honored to be a part of your journeys. And for me, as a guide, as a coach, it was there are points in the challenge and during that whole thing that I was speechless because it was so special. I had so much gratitude and I had so much love, for everyone that participated. Because a lot of you also, sent me emails and messages privately to tell me, how the self-care challenge and how my guidance helped you in your healing journey. It helped save you, right? It helped you with physical ailments. It helped you with understanding some toxic environments that you were in. It helped inspired you to start a business, it inspired you to, do something different. It inspired you to finally take care of yourself first, right? It's all these things that came about with that self-care challenge. Yeah, it's been 3 years. 2019, 2020, 2021. Now it's 22. Wow. Incredible. Incredible. So that was a pretty long explanation of how the Healing Tribe started. If you're new here, people on TikTok, people on YouTube, if you're new here and you want to join our private Healing Tribe Facebook group, I just started this private Facebook group sometime last month, but it's open to everyone. And our private Facebook group is, a safe place to connect, to talk about, your healing journeys, to be vulnerable. No judgment there, right? I understand that it could feel very lonely on this healing journey, right? Because you might be feeling like no one understands you. No one knows about the struggles that you're going through. No one understands the stresses that you're feeling because of all the pressure that you feel from external factors like your work, your relationship, being a parent, being a single mom, not having enough, income, or anything that causes stress and is impacting you, your physical health, your mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, anything that's causing any type of ailment, like it's causing you to feel stressful. And if you feel stressful, all those things will come up, right? And sometimes you might feel lonely and isolated that you can't talk to anybody about it, right? Maybe you're afraid to talk to somebody about it. Maybe you're, too shy. Maybe you're afraid someone might judge you. Maybe you were ashamed to share your story because you're afraid that someone might, shame you or guilt you or judge you or use it against you or whatnot, right? This healing journey and how you're going to go about it and what to do, it is very difficult. And I used to say this all the time, but you don't have to do it alone, right? You don't have to do it alone. In fact, um, we're supposed to do it together. you know, it feels better when we do it together, right? Back in like the olden times and even parts of different, parts of the world where community is very prevalent and apparent, there are tribes and communities that come together to help each other in times of need, in times of healing, in times of uncertainty. And we're social creatures as human beings, right? We were innately created to connect with people, right? Even in our most dire times, right? So if you feel like you can't talk to anyone about your situation or how to start your healing journey, or some of the feelings that you might be feeling, some of the emotions that you might be going through, or if you're afraid to be vulnerable because of the environment or the people that are around you, please join the Healing Tribe private Facebook group. And you can find it in my link in my bio. If you're on TikTok, just go to my bio, join the Facebook group. I'll post it here on the live. Let me see. I'll post a link here on the live for you. If you guys are on YouTube, and yeah, if you guys are on YouTube, I'll put it here on the banner. 1 second here. Okay. There we go. So just go to that. So if you're on YouTube right now and you need a safe space to connect and to feel vulnerable, like no one judges there. We're all in this healing journey together. Please go to the link scrolling on the bottom to join our private Facebook group. Okay. You have to answer a few questions, and then myself and my wonderful moderators will then let you in. Okay. And to be honest and keep it transparent, I haven't been active in the private Facebook group for quite some time because I just had a baby, or my wife just had a baby. We just had our third child, our baby girl Noah, in March 8th, about 2.5 months ago. So I've been on this not new dad. I've been on this, hiatus because of our newborn, right? Newborns require a lot of attention. Not to mention, I have my other two kids, and other things that I have to, that requires my attention too. But everything is, going according to plan. I'm going to make more time to be more active in there and to provide as much value, as much guidance, as much support that I can for you, right? Because I don't want you to feel like you have to do this alone. And if you've already been in the Healing Tribe, Since day one, you know how I operate, right? People have access to me, either, through the DMs or TikToks or Facebook, or even, my email address, right? So, like I said, I get emails every single day, of from people who, you know, want to connect with me and tell me their stories and stuff like that, right? And you never know. Maybe just telling someone your story, or being a little bit vulnerable to, you know, complete strangers, is pretty good. But if you join the healing tribe, you know, we'll no longer be strangers. We'll be part of the tribe together, right? Um, So that's a resource that you can connect with, right? Anyone on TikTok, anyone on YouTube, if you want to connect and be a part of our tribe, just go to the link, or go to the link in my bio and connect there. We'd love to have you join, and we'd love to connect with you, right? This whole live thing that I'm doing right now is also to get to know a lot of you, reconnect with a lot of you, because, like someone said, it's been 3 years. It's been 3 years since our first self-care challenge. And then we kind of had gaps in between, right? Because things happened with my life. I took a pretty long break in between, and then, had my baby, right? I mean, my wife and I had our baby, and then all other things happened. So, that's just life, right? Things happen, life happens. Sometimes we need to take a break, and that's totally okay, right? But it doesn't mean that I've gone away and I have forgotten about the healing tribe. I will never, ever in my life, until my last breath, forget about the healing tribe. Okay. This is very special to me. And it's very special to my heart, very dear to my heart. um, and all the things that we've been through, it holds a very special place in this area right here. So there's no way that I can forget about it. Okay, but, it will be awesome that, other people want to join the tribe, right? It is said that joining a community or like-minded individuals, you tend to, um, feel better, become better, feel safer, feel seen, feel soothed, feel safe, right? In a safe environment, right? And best believe I keep it safe. Because that's what's needed, right, in this journey. And I understand that some of you, don't have that type of environment. Some of you are in a very negative environment where, it's hard for you to open up. It's hard for you to talk to someone. It's hard for you to be acknowledged. It's hard for you to be seen, right? And that's what everybody wants, right? We just want to be seen. We just want to be heard. We just want to be loved. We just want to be listened to. We want to be supported. We don't want to be judged. We don't want to be condescendingly talked down to, right? We don't want to be misled. We don't want to be any of that. We just want to matter and belong and feel safe enough to do all of that, and to continue this journey we call life, and heal from some of the things that we've experienced in the past. All right. So, um, that resource is there for you. If you want to join, please join. Like I said, if you look on Facebook, it's called the Healing Tribe, or it's actually, / healing is the new hustle. My tagline, my motto, right? So just look that up. You'll see my face there. Go ahead and join, and hope to see you inside of there. Okay. So, uh, now that a lot of you have known about the Healing Tribe, I've refreshed some people's memories about it. Now I want to tell you some of the things that, I have in the works, for you and for me, uh, that can help you, with your healing journey. So, um, like I said, I will be more active in the Facebook group. I will be more active with my email list. I have a huge email list that I haven't been really sending emails because, like I said, hiatus, right? But I'm going to be, um, consistently sending things to you guys to help you, right? Tips and strategies, videos, things that inspire me, right? Things that definitely help you on your journey. And I'm not going to send a ton of emails. It's very sporadic, my sending of emails, because I know that a lot of us get a lot of emails already. So, you know, I'm not about to, send you like an email every week or something. You know what I mean? So it's only if I feel compelled and that I think the information could help you that I will send to you. Right. So if you're not on my email list as well, you can go to my website and sign up as well. Um, I'm coming out with a couple of other resources, right? I'm in the process of creating a self-care, um, an effective self-care routine creator. That's a lot. That's a mouthful right there. An effective self-care routine creator, and it's going to be a simple form you fill out. And if you fill out the simple form, it spits out a self-care routine for you to follow. Right? So, when it comes to healing, when it comes to self-care, everyone is different. Everyone's healing journey is gonna be different, right? So you might do things and other people might do things or might not do things. When I did the self-care challenge, I gave you the template, right? And I always focused on three things when you're doing self-care every single day, right? Mindfulness, movement, and motivation, right? Those three M's. So you have to do an activity that involves mindfulness. And what can that look like? It could look like meditation. It could look like visualization. It could look like prayer. Any type of silence work where you are, by yourself and you are consciously taking some time to be silent and go within, right? That's mindfulness, right? It's going to help you build awareness. It's going to help you reflect. It's going to help you create that curiosity of some of the things that you might be experiencing, right? And also some clarity, right? Mindfulness is a very, very important and beneficial practice that I think everybody should be doing in the world. Okay. Because it's so amazing. If everyone was mindful, a lot of this, global issues would be solved. You know what I mean? But yeah, a lot of people, it's difficult for them to do mindfulness stuff, right? Or to meditate. But with me, I like to keep it simple. So um, I will dispel some of those myths about being mindful and meditating for you in this, effective self-care routine creator, right? And then the next one is movement. You got to get your body moving. Okay, you got to do some exercise or yoga, take a walk, stretch, do something to invigorate that body of yours, right? Because your body, your vessel is very important, right? It's very important to stay active, to stay fit. You don't even want to stay, you know, um, very sedentary, because that's even very, bad for your health, right? So you want to do something every day to help move your joints, move your muscle, get that blood circulating, right? Um, get out in nature, feel the sun, get some vitamin C from the sea, whatever it is. You need to take care of your body. And then the last M is motivation. You have to continue to stay motivated. What's going to motivate you, right? You can say affirmations, you can journal, right? You can, um, you know, create something, right? to keep you motivated, listen to a podcast, read a book, start a new hobby, whatever, right? To keep you motivated, continue to be the best that you can be, right? So When I did the first self-care challenge, I created a whole template of 6 activities that people followed, and everything could be done in 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Okay. So that dispels one misconception right there. I mean, about self-care. I don't have enough time. I will call you some BS on that. Yes, you do have time. You just don't want to make the time. Or you just think that you don't have the time, but you do have the time. All right. That was the number one thing, the number one comment and question and excuse that people would tell me, and my clients would tell me, and my students would tell me, Coach, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time to do self-care, because you already think in your mind that you have to spend like an hour or 2 hours to do self-care, right? You don't have to start off with that. Okay? You don't have to start off with doing an hour or 2 of self-care. If you have the time, that's amazing. I would say do it. But those of us who are busy, who have jobs, who have kids, who have relationships, who have a lot of things on our plates, you can do self-care with a very little bit of time. Okay? You start off with a little bit of time. Okay? 5, 10, 15 minutes. Okay? Do you have to do 6 things, 6 activities for self-care? No. Maybe 1 or 2 things. But you have to do it consistently every single day. And once you do it consistently for every single day, you will definitely experience all the benefits. And there is a lot of benefits. Okay? Not only will you start to heal, will you create more awareness, will you start to have realizations about yourself, or you're going to start to question your existence and being and your situation and why you're the way that you are. You might face some of your shadows. You might feel bliss, you might feel happy and understand things about yourself that you've never understood before. All these things can happen. And it's all a part of the process. And that's the beauty of self-care. That's the beauty of the healing journey, right? And I always tell people, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a walk in the park, right? Some days are going to be blissful. Some days are going to be downright just horrible. But if you are in a community, a tribe of people that can support you on those days, it won't feel so bad, right? Hence, join the healing tribe, right? So, went off on a tangent there, but yeah, healing tribe, email list, sign up for the email list, sign up for the healing tribe. I have this effective self-care creator routine thing that I'm coming out with. You just have to answer a few questions, and then boom, you'll get a self-care routine sent to you. And then you can just follow it, right? It has all these different things that you can do too. Okay? And after that, hopefully it will help you on your journey. Okay? I'm revamping my website. So I'm redoing everything on my website to make it look more, easy to follow and, better places to click and access resources and stuff like that. So that's coming online as well. Got my self-care journal here. If you haven't checked it out yet, thank you. Shout out to everyone who purchased one on Amazon. It's a, journal, like a 90-day journal that you can purchase, and it has questions there that focuses on the 3 M's that what I talked about, right? And in the beginning, let me see, it talks about the 3 pillars of self-care, the things that we want to focus on, emotions, thoughts, and gratitude, right? How to use this journal in the beginning is very short. And then you just start off with writing some intentions. I have a little message here for you. and then you put the date here, and then you just fill it out every single day. All right. And it's very simple. You could use it complementary to your self-care routine every single day, right? Journaling is a very powerful exercise. And I created this self-care journal to be very, short and concise. I know some of you don't like writing. I didn't like writing. Okay, so I had to force myself to write. So you don't have to write as much in this journal, but those of you that love writing, you have more things that you can write about, which is cool, right? Writing is very cathartic. Writing can be very releasing and very powerful because you can, experience things, right? When you put that pen to paper, right? There's just something about putting pen to paper and writing creates this amazing experience. Okay. So yeah, self-care, you can find this on Amazon. Just look up my name, Jay Chantalangsi. I think I'm the only person on Amazon that has Jay Chantalangsi, right? And let me know if it helped you or not, right? Leave me a review, an honest review if possible. That would definitely help. I'm coming out with some other things to help you as well, but yeah, self-care journal again on Amazon. I have this effective self-care routine creator that I'm going to be releasing. It's going to be available for anyone and everyone, whoever wants it. I'm coming out with some guided meditations, right? Because a very integral part of self-care and with the challenge was meditation. And I don't know how many people that participated in the self-care challenge knew nothing about meditation, and they thought that they couldn't meditate. Okay, they thought that they had issues and trouble with meditating. They thought that they were supposed to clear their minds. They thought that they couldn't meditate because they were so busy and they can't keep still. Well, I made sure that they were able to meditate. Okay. After I explained the whole process and we did it together, I guided everyone through meditation. It took about 2 minutes, right? It was a 2-3 minute meditation, and that's it. And just that in that short amount of time, but consistently every day, what do you think happens? Right? Your body, your mind gets used to it. You look forward to it. You feel more peaceful. You feel like you have more clarity. You feel more open. You feel relaxed, right? Sometimes we just have to be guided in certain things so that we can, do it, right? Because most of us are so, we believe everything that we hear and see, and then our ego tells us this story that you can't do it, right? It's all it's just like psychological warfare. It's like, oh yeah, meditation is like, people think you have to be like a monk in a cave somewhere and then like experience enlightenment or something. It's this whole like crazy woo-woo thing, right? No, it's not even that. My father was a monk. I was a monk, right? I practiced. I learned meditation for a very young age. So I can tell you right now, everyone can do it. Okay, everyone can do it. As long as you decide that you want to, do it. That's it. You just have to make a decision, and then you have to practice. Meditation is a practice, right? So you have to build that muscle and continue to do it every single day to feel the benefits of meditation. Cool. All right. So whole bunch of resources that I'm working on already that I want to release within the coming month here. A lot of people have been asking me, are you going to do another self-care challenge, Jay? Coach, are you going to do another self-care challenge? #challenge if you want to do another self-care challenge with me. People on TikTok, people on YouTube, uh, Facebook, Healing Tribe members, hashtag challenge if you would like to participate in another self-care challenge. Let me see. Alejandra, I see you. Oh, Kate, how are you, beloved? Good to see you. All the OG Healing Tribe members. Yeah. It takes a village for sure. Okay. Yes, challenge. Hashtag challenge. Everyone is putting the challenge there. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm getting a lot of challenges. Cool. All right. Eliza, I'm great. Good to see you. Yeah. Nana, how are you? Okay. Everyone's saying that they want to join. All right. So, of course, it's not going to happen this month. Okay. It's not going to happen in June. To be totally transparent, I have a lot of things coming up in June, family-wise. That's going to take up a lot of my time. So, what I am thinking of doing is we will do it in July. How does July sound? The whole month of July. How does July sound? Give me a heart emoji if you're up for July, the whole month of July. How many days is in July? Is it 31 days? 31 days, right? 31 days in July? Yeah. Everyone's giving the hearts. Okay. Perfect, my birthday month. Ooh, yeah. Yes. July. What is July? Leos? All the Leos? All the Leos in the house in July. Yes, 31 days. Okay. All right. So I was thinking July. That includes, let me just put it out there. That includes July 4th, the holiday. Those of you that in the US. That includes July 4th as a holiday that we still are going to do self-care. Because we did this challenge even with the holidays, remember? We did the challenge even it was even on like Thanksgiving and Christmas, like we did it. Right? So self-care challenge. Go and sign up for my email list. I will announce it via email. And I'm gonna, create everything, right? So everyone can join. And let's do this. I want like 500 people. Okay. I want like a lot of people to join, okay? I want us to start this healing journey, this like whatever you want to make it for yourself, right? But I want this summer to be the catalyst for you. Okay? This is going to be during the summer, and I want this challenge during this summer to be very significant for you. Okay? So if you've been struggling, if you've been wondering, if you've been like questioning yourself, doubting yourself, if you've been, stressing out about something, if this is going to be your answer, then let it be your answer. All right? I'm going to try my best to support you with this challenge. I'm going to craft this challenge so that it will help you in your journey. That's my number one goal. To craft the challenge and do it with you, right? And do it with you. so that you don't feel alone doing it. Craft the challenge and do it with you so that we can all reap the benefits together. Okay? It's always better together. Okay? It's always better together. So I will come up with all the details, craft the self-care challenge. We're probably going to have to congregate somewhere together and be able to access the information, right? Access the lives, because like I said, I'm going to do it with you. So, okay. So, projected July for self-care challenge. If you're not joined on my email list, go join the email list with the link in my bio, or go to my website, jchantalanksey.com. Join the Healing Tribe Facebook group and get connected there as well. I'm going to be releasing some of those resources for you. And it's 4:03. Okay, so last but not least, because it's 4:03. After this, I want to answer questions and connect with you and, do all that stuff because I want to know about you too. I don't want to talk the whole time. Okay. Last but not least, some of you have been asking about one-on-one coaching. That's going to be opening up as well. So if you're interested in that, just send me an email, j@jchantalanksey.com. I do holistic wellness coaching, helping you on your journey, keeping you accountable, being able to help you realize some of your negative patterns and give you some great strategies and tools to help you, get through it. Okay. So let me know if that interests you as well. I have a couple of spots open for that. And also I integrate energy healing with my coaching. Okay. So that's what's kind of like, the dynamic of how I coach. I use energy healing as a modality to understand some of your traumas, some of the situations and blockages and imbalances that you have within yourself that can cause some of these behaviors, some of these behavior patterns, some of these mindsets, some of these blockages that you might have, right? And then we work on a plan and strategy to kind of help you through that, right? But once you release the trapped emotions and blockages, you'll be more open to new things to help you in your life, right? So let me know if that's also interested, if you're interested in that as well. So let me see. Did I talk about everything? Talk about the Healing Tribe, self-care challenge, resources, coaching. Am I missing anything, guys? Am I missing anything? I don't think so. Okay. Yes, emotion code and body code is what I do. Are you guys doing the healing circle? Great question. At the moment, we are not because of baby girl. Okay, so it's a bit difficult because baby Noah, our recent baby, she's still getting up. Angela has to feed and all that stuff, right? She breastfeeds and pumps and stuff. Yeah, so it's a bit difficult to have us both there. So it's gonna be a while, unfortunately, until we, restart the healing circle. But once we do, I will let you know. You will get notified, via email or post in the group or whatever about it when we start to do that. Okay, but good question. Thank you for asking that question, Alejandro. All right. So now, my beloveds, I want to know about you. I want to answer your questions. I want to connect with you. Please comment whatever you want to comment. It's a very safe space. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me what you're feeling. Tell me what's on your mind. Maybe you're struggling with something. I can help you. We might even do some emotion code healing, whatever. Okay, whatever flows, I'm gonna go with it. Okay, so I've already said my spiel for the first hour. Now this hour or so, let's let's get to know each other. Let's get to connecting. Okay, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. Is that cool? Is that all right with you guys? Hashtag yes if that's okay. Hashtag I'm ready. Hashtag yes. Yes. Yeah, Gloria said, yeah, Jay struggling with my relationship. He's accusing me of cheating. What? Oh no. Okay, that's okay, so accusing of cheating. um when I hear that, right? And this, I'm just gonna go by what you're commenting, because I don't know the whole story. Okay, so forgive my ignorance if I don't know the whole story, but based on what I'm seeing, I'm gonna give you my best answer to help you. Okay, cool. We good about that? Unless you give me more details. Okay. Um, so let's address that first. Relationship. He's accused me of cheating. All right. So anytime someone accuses someone of cheating, and I'm gonna assume that you're not cheating. Okay, I'm gonna assume that you're not cheating. But if someone is accusing you of cheating, that's probably coming from their own insecurity about something. Okay, and most of our issues, if we're accusing someone or you know um, thinking that something is happening in a negative way, it's coming from a place of unresolved trauma. Okay, either he's being triggered, either he saw something and he's experiencing something within himself that's causing him to be, acting this way towards you. All right. Now I'm going to assume that you're not doing this. Okay. So if he's accusing you, then he's probably insecure about something. And this is something that you both have to address with each other. Okay. There's a lack of like maybe trust or security within himself that, he is probably experiencing, right? So it's good to talk about these things. And I know sometimes it's hard if someone's already feeling or projecting or accusing, right? But in order to get to the root cause of it, you have to have this conversation with each other, right? I hope that helps. Okay, Jay, my mother-in-law passed away May 19. I feel free and less stress. Good for you. Good for you. Sometimes it is freeing, right? Sometimes it's okay to feel that. Nothing wrong with that, right? I don't know what your relationship with your mother-in-law is, but she's in a better place, and if it's less stress for you, awesome, go with it. Okay, but definitely understand that she was in your life for a reason to cause whatever it is, because some people come into our lives to show us things so that we need to work on it, right? Even the pain and suffering, there's always a reason. There is triumph in your tragedy. Right? There are lessons in your pain and suffering, so be open to that as well. But if it's less stressful, by all means, beloved, good stuff. Jay, I took a leap of faith, and FYI, I can't go another day without coconut water. Yes, awesome. Coconut water, good electrolytes. All right, always good electrolytes. I'm glad you're feeling better. Yes, I'm feeling hurt for not being able to help my sister on her addictions. Ooh, lovely. 444 Yesenia. It is perfectly okay. And thank you for being vulnerable and thank you for sharing. I honor that. And this can be very difficult, right? Because this person is very close to you. your sister. Okay, your sister is having an addiction. And most people who are addicted to whatever it is that they're addicted to, um, most people, if not all, are addicted because of some unresolved emotional trauma. Okay, something happened in their lives that they couldn't get past. It's affecting their emotional, stability, and they need this said substance to numb them, to escape, the pain or the suffering or the memories, whatever it is. Okay, and as the onlooker of said addicted person, it's difficult for us to even help or support because we don't know what they're going through, right? And I'm not a professional therapist or an addiction expert or like that. I'm just going to say that disclaimer out there, right? I'm speaking from my personal experience, even my experience as an energy healer and my clients. I've helped a lot of clients with addiction problems. But in energy medicine, there is always an imbalance or what we call a seeking heart energy. And this seeking heart energy developed because of an imbalance emotionally that they couldn't get through. All right. So now they have to depend on said substance to help them escape or numb themselves to not feel, right? To not experience the pain or the memories or the whatever it is that they're suffering from, right? So the best thing I can say, beloved, is to support the best that you can. If you have other people, other family members to help the person, please do, right? Even your sister who's addicted, she has to make that decision on her own as well, right? Because a lot of people relapse depending on how severe the addiction is, right? You have to provide that safe space for her. And it's okay that you feel that you aren't doing it. You're not being able to help. Okay. As long as you keep your intentions pure and, you support her as best you can, you're doing the best that you can. All right. Yeah, very insecure. He says he saw someone in our new house and heard me talking. Yeah. So yeah, definitely ask him about that. Ask him what he saw, what he heard, you know. Um, and I'm gonna say this, okay? When people are vibrating at a low frequency of an emotion, like insecurity, revenge, or hatred, shame, guilt, right? These are frequencies of emotions. Okay, if someone is already vibrating in those low frequencies of emotion, it starts to activate, this egoic mind, right? And we all know that our minds can make up some crazy, crazy stories, right? And it is so good at creating crazy stories that we then start to believe these made up stories, right? Without even questioning how it even got there, why it even started, how it even entered in our minds, right? But it started from these emotions that we felt or a thought was the root cause of this said emotion. Does that make sense? So if he thinks he's seen or heard something, right? Maybe it's a good time to ask him like exactly what he heard, right? Because sometimes, like I said, our minds make up stuff all the time. And if we are not mindful or we have a low sense of awareness, that story, that made up story, that made up, fear or insecurity can then overpower us, right? And then that can cause all of these accusations, right? Negative behaviors, fights, arguments, all that. And how do I know? I've done it. I've done it so many times. Okay. I don't know how many fights I've even had with my wife initially with our first years of marriage because I was insecure at times, or I was just angry, I was frustrated, I wasn't thinking straight. Things just would come out of my mouth. I would accuse my wife of doing things when she didn't do it, right? Because I already thought that she would act a certain way, but she didn't even do it, all these things come up. Okay. So, and that's why meditation is so important. That's why meditation, awareness, and communication is very important. Okay. All right. I love your face too. Yeah, Don, I see you. All right. Let me see here. I'm trying to heal from my ex trauma stuff. Needing someone emotional go to body code. Love coconut water. Yes, coconut water is awesome. Namaste, everybody. Doris, I see you. Being friendly can be misunderstood as flirting sometimes. Yeah. 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 But see, that's also a perception of someone, right? So if you are an observer of someone being friendly, but you think that they are flirting, that's your perception of the situation. But the person who is being friendly with this other person, they're just being friendly, right? So when you, as the onlooker and the perceiver of this situation, you really have to question yourself. You really have to be secure with yourself. You really have to understand what it is that how you define flirting, right? Because some people think, oh, talking to each other and laughing is flirting. Okay, like no, they're just talking and laughing with each other. Some people think, oh, they're touching them on the shoulder when they're laughing, or like hugging them when they're embracing, like they're flirting, right? A lot of people have different perceptions of this specific situation. So you really have to understand what your own definition is. And if you don't know, because most people don't, they already just assume, or they act from experience because their egoic mind is taking over. Then they start to accuse and think and go down this rabbit hole of like, you know, um, rabbit hole of negative experiences, and they start to blame, and they start to like say like, oh, you were cheating on me because I saw you hug that person. Then your partner's like, yeah, that I just hugged him because I haven't seen him in like 5 years. We used to go to school together, but he's married or something, stuff like that, right? Things like that happen. Let me see here. Being friendly, yeah. I know. I'm now a mental health professional with the National Counseling Group. Oh, all right. All right. Kate, 1997. Let's give a round of applause. She is now a mental health professional with the National Counseling Group. Amazing. Amazing. Congratulations, beloved. I'm so proud of you. That is awesome. We need more counselors. We need more therapists. We need more healers. We need more light workers. We need everyone in this field so that we can help the world. Okay. So anything that you're doing that is going to help ascend the consciousness and help other people heal in any modality, way, shape, or form, I applaud you. That is so amazing. I'm so proud of you. That's awesome. That is awesome. Good job. Good job. Yay. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Stay hydrated. Okay. And now I feel I can't trust him. He makes it seem like he didn't do anything wrong. I love justice, Rosa. I found out that my partner was lying to me. Okay. So you found out your partner was lying to you. That's a tough one, right? Because when someone lies, it breaks the trust. Right? It breaks the trust foundation that you have for each other. Um, and that's difficult because if you experienced a lot of people breaking your trust, the first time someone breaks your trust, like in this new relationship, you'll then add all of those past experiences onto the current one, and then it could be tough, right? So in this case, um, like I mentioned before, communication is key, especially in a relationship. Okay, communication is so important. All right. Now, the best way, in my experience, to address something like this is to have a very calm and loving, okay, um, try to have a calm and loving conversation about it, right? If he lied and you caught him in the lie, give him a chance to explain himself, and you have to be very objective to this, right? Like I said, I'm basing this on what you're telling me, so I don't know the backstory. I don't know how long you've been together or whatnot, right? um and apologize if we're not reading the comments in time here. But yeah, have a conversation. If this has been happening often, that you've been, catching him in his lies, then something is happening with him. Okay, it's a choice to be dishonest, right? And if he continues to be dishonest, there's something definitely going on. Okay, so you guys need to have that conversation together, and find out. Um, and maybe he's going through something that he's having a hard time with. Like I said, I don't know him. I don't know your situation. I don't know how long you've been together or whatnot. There could be a lot of things culminating for him to be this way, right? But don't disregard your intuition. Don't disregard, how you feel about it. But definitely come from a very, objective place first to find out some of the issues and reasons, and then you make your decisions from there, right? Because a lot of people, when we feel misled, or like, when we feel taken advantage of because someone lied to us, we then start to attack. That causes a lot of stress with us, right? That causes more, intentional suffering. Okay. um and I know it's difficult. It's difficult to, to remain calm because we felt taken advantage of. But if, like I said, if this has been a ongoing thing, that is very definitely warranted, right? That behavior from you. But if it's not, if it's the first couple of times or whatever, really understand why he's doing that. And if that's part of his behavior, and if that's something that he struggles with, then maybe it's time for him to get some professional help. And if it impacts you a lot, then maybe it might be time for you to take whatever action you need to take, whatever measurements you need to take, right? Remove yourself from the situation, from the relationship, whatever it is. Okay. Somebody got a new job. When you got a new job? No, they got a new job. Vision therapist. Wow. Yeah. I'm sending you all the positive vibes. Oh, yeah. Almost 20 years together. Wow. Okay. That's a long time. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, that's a lot of history. Okay. So, um, if there's some dishonesty with that much history, you have to put the history, you have to also look at the history of the relationship as well, too, right? But don't focus so much on it, right? Like I said, dishonesty is a choice. So I always try to figure out why people behave the way they behave before I make any type of judgments or decisions or start to assume things, right? When we start to assume and judge and like react, that's when things can like blow up. You know what I mean? And like I said, our egos can definitely, create some crazy stories for us to believe that can like definitely make things worse. Okay. All right. Okay. Awesome. Lisa Williams says, I remember Kate. Yeah. Yeah. Are you still in South Africa, Kate? If you're still on. The Four Agreements by Don Ruel Miguel Ruiz. Yeah, that's a wonderful book. Yeah. I love that book. One of my favorites. Very easy to read, very concise. Each agreement is just pure wisdom, for sure. Are you still in South Africa, right? I know you went back home. If I remember correctly, I'm here. Yeah, let me know. Oh, back in the States. I got back a few months ago from Botswana. That's right. Awesome. Cool. Welcome back. Okay. Why is trust the easiest thing to lose, but the hardest thing to get back? What a wonderful question. I see you, Benita. I see you, girl. You and your TikToks. I love it. Doris, that is such a great question. Why is trust the easiest thing to lose and the hardest thing to get back? I think trust is a core value for a lot of us, right? Like a core pillar of our character, of our being. Um, and it starts with having trust with ourselves first, always, right? It's harder for you to trust someone and easy for you to bash on someone that is dishonest to you if you don't trust yourself. Does that make sense? If you don't trust yourself, it's harder for you to bash someone when they first become dishonest with you because you're only projecting your own dishonesty with yourself because that's what you want in return, but you can't do it for yourself. Right? So if you trust yourself fully, and someone becomes dishonest with you, it would be easy for you to forgive and let go, right? Maybe even give that person a second chance. But if you've been dishonest to yourself and someone lies to you for the first time, it's easy for you to just cut them off, not forgive, hold on to that anger, hold on to that experience, and then it affects you for the rest of your life. And you can't trust nobody. It's hard for you to trust anyone. Right? So I think it starts with us, and trust is a core value for a lot of us. And this core value started when we were young, when we were kids. Right? The first people that we trust the most are our parents, right? Our caregivers. If they say they were going to be there, if they say they loved us, if they say they were going to take care of us, if they say they're going to buy us something, if they say that everything's okay, we started to develop this trust with them, right? But if our caregivers, or we've been through a lot of childhood trauma or neglect, abandonment, any of these like inner child wounds, right? It will be hard for us to trust. We would grow up not trusting people. We would grow up being fearful, being able to be open to people, to trust others, right? There's a lot of people out there who are fearful of everything because they can't trust anyone, right? And that's not a healthy way to live, right? You can't live in a constant state of fear because that'll just destroy your body. I hope that makes sense. I hope that I answered your question, Doris. I have a problem of forgiving betrayal. I want to, but I can't forget, and that makes it so hard to trust. Yes. Betrayal is very difficult to forgive. But let me say this. Forgiveness is freedom. So the longer you hold on to this betrayal that you can't forgive, you're going to continue to suffer. Because you're not going to be free of all of this betrayal suffering. And I'm not saying, you have to, right? I'm just saying that, not being able to forgive, like, imprisons you in this feeling of betrayal. And every time something comes up, you're always going to be reminded of it because you're not letting yourself go of it, right? And forgiveness is for you, not for the other person. It's for you. It's for you to be free of said situation, of said person, so that you can go on and live your life. So that situation, that betrayal is no longer controlling your life. That's basically, any type of suffering, right? If you can't forgive, you're going to continue to experience that suffering. I did that for a long time with my own father, right? I couldn't forgive him for all the things that he did to me. And I got to a point where I was suffering so much, I was using substances to numb all of my suffering so I wouldn't have to feel anything. Okay, right? But then when I finally forgave him, which I had to forgive myself first for not having the awareness of it all, and then I was able to forgive him, all of my resentment, all of my anger, all of my vengeance, all of my bitterness, all went away. And now I feel nothing but gratitude, compassion, empathy, right? Understanding for my father. And if he were here today, we'd have a totally different relationship. I bet my life on it. Right? We'd have totally different conversations. And it would be nothing but just love and, right, unconditional love and understanding, right? So that's what forgiveness can do. But I truly understand that it is difficult, especially when it comes to betrayal, right? That's a lot of mistrust. That's a very low vibrating emotion there. Okay. How do I help clients to learn what proper trust is? There is a 4-year-old and an 11-year-old, lots of trauma. Ooh, yeah. Good question. Especially with kids. Okay. Kids, children, right? They are so impressionable. But the thing about children, they have this innate want to play, right? And I've read this in child psychology books. Um, my 4-year-old went to see a child psychologist, and we had to build this trust again with my own daughter. Okay. So what she used was building trust through play, right? And what play does is it helps children feel safe. They have to feel safe within their body first for them to express what they want to express, right? If they don't feel safe, they're not going to express. And this can take a long time, right? So for me, I went to therapy with my 4-year-old for like 6 months. It happened like 3 months in when she started to really open up and talk about her feelings and stuff like that, right? Because if you know my story, um, I was very unaware. I was a very emotionally, physically abusive father, right? Because that was what I experienced as a kid, and I was just perpetuating the same parenting style as my father to my then 4-year-old daughter, right? My eldest. Now she's 13, right? And I've done a lot of work from then, and now we have a fantastic, awesome relationship. And I had to do a lot of healing. I had to do a lot of understanding where my behaviors came from, why I did what I did, how my trauma impacted my behavior, which then I just projected and poured onto my 4-year-old daughter, right? And most of us who are parents, sometimes we're unaware of that. So it's up to us to have that awareness. And for me, it came to a point where, you know, I felt it within myself, like, what the heck am I doing? Why can't I embrace my daughter and be sensitive to her when she's crying? Like, dads aren't supposed to do that. Like something inside of me was telling me, like, what the fuck are you doing, Jay? Like, like, go hug her, But then I couldn't. I just froze because I didn't know what to do because I didn't know how to feel empathy, right? That's how cold and like disassociated with my emotions, um, that I couldn't even do that. So, I really had to unlearn a lot of these behaviors. And with children, in that experience, we had to first be in a surrounding and an environment that they loved, which was like playing and all that stuff, right? Making sure they feel safe, right? And that can take some time, right? But until they feel safe, that's when they're going to start to open up. And the psychologist that I work with, um, she would have her ways of observing what my daughter, was going through, how safe she felt, right? She would ask her questions. Sometimes there was just days where we just played. And that's it. She didn't ask any questions or did anything, right? And then there are days where she did ask questions, and then my daughter would say one or two words, and then that's it, right? And then that was the session. So I hope that helps. With children, it's always uh, uh, a good place to start. To have them feel safe. Playing is always something that children want to do, right? They just want to have fun. They just want to laugh. Build things, be creative, imagine, right? If they don't have that space to do it, then it's going to be hard for them to open up, right? Anita, how are you? Go follow her, everybody. She is awesome. How are you, beloved? Thank you so much for joining the live. She's awesome. She is a professional at that. Yeah, so might want to ask her some questions too. Yes, I've been trying to build up rapport for the past few weeks, getting closer to. Yeah, it's gonna take some time, right? This is something that you can't rush. Even with my clients that I work with who are adults, there is no rushing this feeling safe and being vulnerable, right? We as practitioners or coaches or guides, we have to be able to be aware, use our own professional and moral judgments to help our clients along their journey, right? We can't rush the process, because when you think about your kids that you work with, you said that they have a lot of trauma, right? Healing doesn't take overnight or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 1 month or 2 months or 1 year, right? Healing is a long period of time, because if they were experiencing 4 and 11 years of trauma, okay, there is no shortcut to be like, oh, now you're gonna feel safe, right? Because we are very habitual creatures. So as a kid, your clients who are children are already being conditioned to not feel safe, to feel scared, to feel afraid of being vulnerable, right? So you have to kind of chop away little by little to help them feel safe. And that's never going to happen overnight. You know, I mean, even as a practitioner, we use energy healing, but even that doesn't like help my clients like, have their breakthroughs like the next day. Your clients also have to like start to implement, specific actions and start to have their own realizations and practice self-care for them to like, you know, feel the full benefits of the healing, right? But I hope and pray and sending you a lot of love and positive vibes for you and your clients. You're doing a fantastic job. Oh, that's so amazing, right? Because you're going to change their lives for the rest of their life. You doing the work for your children who are your clients, it will change the trajectory of their life. Because most of these kids who are trauma ridden, most of them, they have to then live their life in survival mode, right? They're in constant fight or flight. They're in constant anxiety. They might have like childhood depression and anxiety, and they grow up as an adult, and then their adult life is just just all nothing but anxiety and stress and fear and being in a constant you know um mode of projecting or of anger or like insecurity. It's unfortunate, you know and that's why healing is so important. Healing is so important. You have no idea. Every time I talk about this, um either on live or with my wife, like it re-energizes me about the importance, about the necessity, about the um dire need for us to do this sacred work of healing. Okay? Because if we do this work for ourselves, like we heal ourselves, we're not only impacting our own lives, but we're impacting the lives of everyone around us, everything around us. You might not see it, you might not understand it, but it is happening. Your healing will start to transcend outward to everything that is connected to you. I call it the ripple effect of healing, right? A lot of you have heard me say that. You will cause your own ripple effect of healing. Okay? They always say when you heal, you not only heal yourself, you heal your kids, you heal your parents, you heal your coworkers, you heal your pets, you heal your environment, you heal the earth, you heal humanity. Right? That healing that you experience is going to ripple out. People are going to start asking questions. People are going to start noticing how you're different. The people that aren't meant to serve you or are negative to you will slowly dissipate and disappear, because now you're at this level of awareness that you do not need them in your life, or in this season of your healing journey, they are not serving you. They do not align with your energy. So they're just going to dissipate on their own. But then you might attract the right people at the right time who will be inspired by your healing. They will start to ask you questions like, how did you get over your relationship? You look great. What are you doing? Or, wow, I don't see you go out anymore. What's new with you? Right? Like, oh wow, you look a lot happier. What are you doing? Like, people will start noticing, right? The world will start looking different when you start to heal. You're gonna feel internally different. And if you become happier when you start to heal, that happiness, that joy, that inner joy starts to then transcend outwards, right? You're gonna start doing things that you didn't even think you wanted to do. You're gonna start going for walks, smiling at people and waving and saying hi to total strangers, but you don't even care because you feel so good. You're gonna say no to people and set boundaries and not feel guilty about it, right? You're gonna start to talk to people who are in alignment with where you are in life. You're gonna start manifesting things that you want because now you have a sense of clarity, right? And this is what healing can do. This is why it's so important to do this work of healing, right? Yes, healing is a forever job. Yes, it is. It is a lifelong journey. All right. I've been on this for 10 years plus, and I'm still experiencing emotions and triggers and events and situations that I need to be more aware, and I need to learn, and I need to progress further, right? I'm not a perfect human being. I still get impacted, I still get affected, but at this point in my journey, I have a pretty high level of awareness to question myself rather than have the emotion control me, or the situation or whatever is being done to me control my reactions. I used to be very, very reactive. I used to be very, very vengeful. Okay. I used to be very, bitter, right? I used to say a lot of mean and bad things. Once I see red, woo, watch out. It will not be a pretty picture. You know what I mean? So, but there's always this side that we can experience that is a lot more peaceful, a lot calmer, a lot more loving, right? A lot more understanding, more compassionate, right? So and everyone can experience it. Okay, everyone can experience that. Pineda says, I'm still learning. Yeah, we all are. Okay, we all are. And I'm a, put it all back to the healing tribe, and we can all do it together, right? Okay, I mean, we're some of all of us are in different levels of understanding of different things, but if we come together, we can all support each other, right? Because there are so many times that I get messages from my clients or my students, and they tell me things, and I learn about those things, and it helps impact my life to be a better coach, to be a better person, to be a better father, to be a better husband. Like, I don't know how many times I've read stories or emails. I'm like, wow, that is such a profound lesson. And I would write back like, oh my God, thank you so much for sharing that. That literally changed my life too. Right? So there's a two-way there's a two-way exchange here, right? And if you think about energy, that's the way energy works too. We are exchanging energy, right? And energy has to flow somewhere, right? It cannot be stagnant. So when we're exchanging energy, exchanging information, connecting with one another, we're creating this like dynamic um, infusion of good vibrations and frequencies, and things that we can then help other people with, because that good vibration, those positive vibes, is very, very um, uh, addicting. No, that's not a good word. It's very what do you call that? Um, it catches on pretty quickly, right? There's a word for that too. I'm at a loss for what the word is. Somebody help me out. I'll figure it out. Together is how we grow. Yes. Contagious. Nada. Yeah. It's very contagious. Positive vibes, good energy, laughter, smiling, healing. It is very contagious. It can be very contagious, right? That's how good energy feels like. You ever been around someone who's like high energy and loving and just like positive all the time, right? It's very contagious. Like when I'm around someone like that, all I want to do is smile and like and like have a good time, Like some people just exude that type of energy, right? But that goes the same as negative energy too, right? Negative energy, if you're vibrating at low frequency, and if you attract someone else that's vibrating at low frequency, that could be contagious too. People who gossip and talk about negative things all the time. I mean, they can talk forever, right? But best believe, I'm not about that. I don't have time for that. There's too many good things in the world that we can talk about, right? Yeah. Training ground for the soul, I've always said. Yes. Yes, exactly. Diana. V, I see you. All right. So, wow, this has been such an amazing, amazing live so far. I got about 5 minutes to go. I want to thank you guys so much for being here. Please look forward to all the new things that are coming. Let me just recap. If you haven't joined the Healing Tribe Facebook group yet, please go join. Sign up for the email list so you can get notified about the self-care challenging projected to happen in July, right? So that's going to be great. I'm going to start promoting that soon as well, right? So if you know of anyone, if your family wants to join, if your husband, wife, kids, whatever want to join, talk about it, okay? If you're in a family situation, or if you're in a relationship situation, and if you guys don't practice self-care, please talk about it with each other. Okay. I have a beloved Healing Tribe member, and I'm sure she's going to be okay with me sharing this, right? Her husband is incarcerated still. And yet, they both joined the self-care challenge. And it's helped her husband, who is incarcerated, waiting to get out. I'm sending good vibes that he gets out. That he has been doing self-care, still incarcerated. And their relationship is strong as ever. It's amazing. Every time they call each other, they breathe and meditate with each other on the phone. That's how strong the connection is, because they practice this self-care together. Isn't that awesome? Right? So, self-care, right? You do it for yourself first. And if you do it for yourself first, you will see how it benefits everything else. Your relationships with your spouse, your kids, your work, your environment, everything is going to change once you start to implement this. Okay? And it doesn't have to take a lot or, take a lot of time. It doesn't have to, overwhelm you, right? Start small and keep growing at it. But you have to do it every single day. That's what self-care is. All right? All right. Okay. I got about 3 minutes left. Let us do a meditation. All right, let's do a meditation together, because we've had such an amazing time. I kind of want to close it out with some peace, right? Some feel good energy, right? Some good vibrations. Okay. so we need DJ 5. Yeah. Wow, you still remember. I used to play music and talk about lyrics and stuff and how good it is. But yeah, maybe we could do that too. All right. Let's all get into a comfortable position and let me guide you through a meditation. Okay? Quick meditation, probably like 3 or 4 minutes. Okay? So get into a comfortable position, preferably sitting upright, right? Let's not lay down because, some people might want to sleep. I don't blame you. Sometimes you get tired, but let's sit up just for a couple minutes and sit into a nice, comfortable position. Put your head up high, sit up straight, back straight, right? Your crown chakra elongated to the sky, right? Hold that strong, erect position, okay? And now that you're sitting there comfortably, just relax your shoulders, okay? Take a couple deep breaths in and out, in through your nose, out your nose or mouth, whatever you feel comfortable with. We're going to regulate our bodies with deep breathing, reset our nervous system, okay? Feeling nice and calm. Take another deep breath in. Exhale through your nose or mouth, whatever you feel comfortable with. Go ahead and gently close your eyes and continue to breathe. Still sitting upright, strong position, back straight, breathing normally, relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your face, relaxing your forehead, relaxing your mouth. Feel the relaxing vibration moving throughout your whole body. Let go of the tension in your hips, your thighs, your knees, your elbows. Feel the tingle sensations in your feet, your hands. You might be feeling a little bit of heat. That's okay. Just let all the sensations in your body flow through you as you continue to breathe. Breathing in and out. In and out. Feeling your body going to more and more of that relaxation. And now I want you to set an intention for yourself of healing, of unconditional love, of empathy, of compassion, of patience, and of awareness. Set these intentions for yourself. Notice how that feels now that you're relaxed. And continue to breathe. And now I want to end this meditation with a prayer and a blessing for you. Just continue to breathe and receive these words. May you all be at peace. May your heart remain open. May you awaken to the light of your own true nature. May you completely be healed so you can be the source of healing for all other sentient beings. For this I pray. And so it is. Slowly open up your eyes. Take a couple or few deep breaths. Stretch out if you need to. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know if that made you relaxed. Yes, I feel relaxed. Awesome. All right. Awesome. Thank you for all your comments. Yeah. See? Meditation isn't that hard, right? I feel so good. Now I'm part of, and now I know I'm part of why I missed this so much. Yeah. Yes. Best believe that when we do the self-care challenge, meditation is going to be one of the activities for sure. Okay. All right. That is it for the live today, beloveds. Thank you so much to everyone that is on today. I look forward to connecting with you further. If you have any questions, comments, or anything, please DM me or send me an email, jay@jchathandlanksy.com. Look out for all the new things that I'm coming out with. Like I said, I'm going to be a lot more active, pushing out a lot more new and different things to help you on your journey, right? My goal is to help you on your journey so you can create that ripple effect of healing. All right? Because we know that hurt people, but healed people heal people. And that's what we need right now. We need a lot of healing for this world. Okay, so and just like I said, let me know how I can support you on your journey. I'll do my best, to help you and support you, right? And let me remind you that you don't have to do this alone, right? If you want to join a healing tribe or a soul fam, we're open and we're accepting all the time. Okay, so with that said, like I said, thank you so much. Look forward to my next live. And lastly, I will be putting out also a audio blog or podcast, right? And I talked about this on my last live on TikTok, that I'm going to be putting out like a 10-minute audio blog podcast format, that I'm going to be taking comments from my videos or questions from my videos, and I'm just going to be answering them on the podcast, and just talking about it. Because if one person is asking or commenting about that, I'm pretty sure a lot of other people are asking about that. Oh, thank you for the heart thing. Thank you. That was so awesome. I appreciate that. Okay, so don't forget about everything that we talked about. I know it's a lot. It was 2 hours that gone by. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your energy. I know you're here. We're connecting. We're aligning for a specific reason. So I want to honor that. And thank you so much for taking time out of your day. So I'm here to support you. Just remember that. And like I said, look forward to my next live. And always remember that I love your face. I love your face. Okay, I love your face. Take care, guys.